Sea life is something that fascinates me. I love the ocean and I am so impressed with the variety of creatures that God has put there, my favorite being sea turtles. Over the last few years, my family and I have had the opportunity to visit SeaWorld in San Antonio. One thing that I have learned from my visits is the amount of effort they put into caring for animals that would not survive in the wild anymore or on their own. This past summer, I spent a great amount of time watching a rescued loggerhead sea turtle. She was found in Biloxi, Mississippi in 2010. She had been attacked by a shark and was missing a great deal of her flippers. She was not able to survive on her own any longer. She needed to be rescued. She is now living comfortably in the Turtle Reef exhibit. This story sounds so familiar to the scripture from our theme this year. He reached down from on high and took hold of me. He drew me out of deep waters. He brought me into a spacious place. He rescued me because he delighted in me. 2 Samuel 22:17 and 20. There are a couple of other examples from the Bible that fit this theme as well, the first of which is Jonah. God wanted to give the people of Nineveh a second chance to turn from evil and follow him. Out of everyone in the world, God chose Jonah to preach to Nineveh. He told Jonah, "Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come before me." Jonah 1:2. Instead of going to Nineveh, Jonah went to Tarshish, which was the opposite direction from Nineveh. Jonah thought he was able to run away from God. But when he was out on the sea, God sent a great storm. The storm was so large the boat was ready to sink. Jonah knew exactly what God wanted him to do, so he jumped off the boat and into the ocean. Right then, God sent a large fish to swallow Jonah, and he prayed there for 3 days and nights. Finally, God commanded the fish, and it vomited Jonah onto dry land. Another person that comes to mind when I hear rescued is Rahab. Unlike Jonah, who was running from God, Rahab is a story of a woman who is running towards him. Joshua, son of Nun, told 2 spies to enter Jericho, so they entered the house of Rahab, and they stayed there. The king of Jericho was told, "Look, some Israelites have come here to spy out the land." So the king of Jericho sent this message to Rahab: "Bring out the men who came to you and entered your house, because they have come out to spy the whole land." But the woman had taken the 2 men and hidden them. She said, "Yes, the men came to me, but I did not know where they had come from. At dusk, when it was time to close the city gate, they left. I don't know which way they went. Go after them quickly, you may catch up with them." But she had taken them up to the roof and hidden them under stalks of flax she had laid on the roof. So the men set out in pursuit of the spies to the road that leads to the fords of the Jordan. And as soon as the pursuers had gone out, the gate was shut. Joshua 2:2-7. When she went to the roof of her house, she said, "Please swear to me, by the Lord, that you will show kindness to my family, because I have shown kindness to you. Give me a sure sign that you will spare the lives of my father and mother, my brothers and sisters, and all who belong to them, and that you will save us from death." Joshua 2:12-13. The 2 men agreed and told her to tie a scarlet cord to the window of her house. All of these examples show me how God sees each of us. He sees us when we are caught, when we are hurt, and when we are deep in sin. God is always going to be there for us, just like the workers will for the animals. After we are pulled back to God, we will then be led out into the world to convert other people. The workers at SeaWorld are always on watch, 24/7, 365 days a year, just like God our Father.